Welcome back to another Monday Night Live Near Post podcast. Ordinarily, we'd wait it out and do Tuesday to let the Monday, if there was ever a Monday Night Football. But let's be honest, Everton Burnley, one of the worst games you'll probably see all year. I think it's still 0-0 now, and that doesn't surprise me. So we
under
said we'd
2.5 bet settings.
Yeah, under 1.5 really. I'd say there might be a cheeky 1-0 either way, maybe a little Chris Wood header. But I watched about 50 minutes of that and it was horrendous. All I seen no DCL, and he's in my draft team, so it was kind of sad times. But I know Pete's a bit tired. But it's been a hectic weekend, so I'm sure once we get into it, he'll be good to go.
Yeah. It definitely was a hectic weekend. Come on. CR7, he's back. See the Don. It hurts, but at the same time, it's you have to appreciate it. You got to enjoy it. In the presence of this God. A God.
Yeah, I was watching a bit of Monday Night Football, actually, not actual the game. You know how like in the build up, Carragher and Neville, like they just chat about random things, and they were chatting about Ronaldo. Yeah. They don't really chat about the game that's going on. Like
especially when it's Everton Burnley. But.
Yeah, like fair enough. There's not much to chat about, but like Neville said he's the best player he's ever seen. He said he's the best player ever. Yeah, no bias at all there, I'm sure, like G Nev, but like he was kind of saying because Ronaldo, he said if he needed to go with 10 minutes to go and he had to bring someone off the bench, he would bring on Ronaldo. He'd be the one, like he'd be the person he'd pick ever. Yeah. Who would your pick be?
Oh, throw me straight on the spot.
Yeah, you've got anyone. Literally anyone that's ever kicked the ball. So it could be me.
Just see Ben Mee scores a goal. But
nice.
If I had to pick, probably maybe Luis Suarez for me.
Yeah, 10 minutes to go, and you go. Oh, that's not that's not a bad shout.
I think he could just make something.
He'd win a penalty or something. He'd stick the leg out.
The master, he has the dark arts and he has the ball skills to do it either way. So
yeah, it's not a bad shout.
But to be fair, Ronnie is Mr. Clutch. But
so I got 10 minutes to go, and you need a win. Who am I picking? I'm gonna go with Divock Origi. No, only Messi. Well, like Origi wouldn't be the worst shout, but nah. I'd probably say Messi still, because Messi would just skin like three lads and put it on a play for the striker. He might not score himself. Ronaldo's only scoring himself. He's not, putting it on a play for anyone. You need someone
to score, though. You need someone to score, not assist. You need someone to score.
I'm pretty sure Messi's well capable of that. I'm still gonna say Messi. But like, Gina Carragher was saying Messi all day. I always change with this. Ronaldo, Messi. I've changed again, and I've gone Messi. Maybe because he's gone back to United, but I don't know. You've always been Ronaldo.
No, Messi. I've always been Messi as a player. I prefer Ronaldo. Because it seems like Ronaldo's more attainable. Hard work. Great physical.
Pure grind.
Yeah. Just that's an absolute grind, and he's put it in. So for some people, they might say, "Oh, Ronaldo's better because he worked harder for it." Now, of course, saying Messi's not a hard worker is a lie. You have to work hard to get to that level or whatever.
It's absolute bollocks. Like he doesn't try and he doesn't train. Like obviously,
like Ronaldo's just a freak. Of determination and all them characteristics, but Messi, just the way that guy moves on the pitch, and when he has the ball at his feet, like he does stuff that doesn't seem possible.
Yeah.
Like Ronaldo, he can jump high. I've seen loads of people do that. He's a great physical animal. I've seen loads of people.
Carragher was actually saying this. Ronaldo scores goals that a lot of people could score, but he just does it so consistently. That's why it's so amazing. But Messi does something you're like, how did he do that sort of thing? You know what I mean?
It's like in basketball and you look at LeBron, like he's just at the top of the game because he just works so hard. He's got such a physical presence.
Yeah, you're the b-ball king,
everything,
so
and he's just but they're just so consistent. I think that's what Ronaldo's always brought. Like he's just Mr. Consistent, Mr. Physical. He's
Mr. Strong Clutch as well.
He just epitomizes a professional.
Yeah,
like he is just Mr. Pro.
I don't know what's up with the notifications, to be honest. I think YouTube just does that. Like, it's just dodgy app or something.
Don't want to see it shining.
Yeah, because it happens to me with me and a few YouTubers that I like sub to or whatever. Like, you see the thing, you see they might be live, or you see they've just done something, but you don't get the notification. I think even if you have the notification bells on, I don't know why. I think they're just mad inconsistent with it or something.
Yeah,
I haven't a clue, but
Make sure you do have them notification bells on, though.
Stick them on, and whenever they do actually work and YouTube get the finger out, you'll be good to go. But now Ronski, I don't know, and he said, I mean, yeah, we'll get into Elliot later on. That was tough to watch.
Blow.
It's a very hard blow, but
another knock.
Do you think I kind of dismissed Ronaldo? I didn't dismiss him for the Golden Boot, but I kind of thought maybe not. But like, he literally got 2 half decent chances and scored them. But I know they're tap-ins, but it's pure poacher, predatory instinct or whatever.
Well, that second one's not tapping.
No, but I'm saying the pure poacher goals.
Weak foot as well. It's just like...
No, I love the poacher goals. I'm not dissing it. I'm actually praising it. Like, the first goal, you'll say, oh, that's... Actually, I want to say on that first goal as well, your boy Freddie Woodman, bit of a mare there. He just hasn't been...
No.
Ramsdale vibes?
I felt like Freddie, watching him last year, it was the right time for him to come up and the right move for his career. I didn't think he'd get a game. Obviously, the injuries to Dubrak and Darlow's giving him the spot, but I don't know. It just seems like something's off with him. He's been poor. You can't defend it. You really can't defend it. That's third game in a row now. He's been shy.
He did get Golden Glove last year in the Championship. So like, if you're getting, it's like if you get the Golden Boot in the Championship or Golden Glove, you have to make the step up. You've kind of completed the Championship. You know what I mean? Championship completed. You can't really stay there. It's kind of stagnating your career, whatever. But from the bits I've seen him, he is giving me Ramsdale vibes. I hate to say that to you.
Oh, the Ramsdale. But on that Ronaldo, on poacher goals, anyone who knows anything about the game will appreciate a poacher's goal. It's
juicy.
That shows that, yes, scoring a goal from 25 yards and top corner is great and everything, but having the instinct to know where the ball's going to be before it's played is a different sort of skill that you can't just learn. Like, I think you either just have it or you don't. And Ronski most definitely does.
Yeah, we don't cross the ball with much quality on our right side. Yeah, Wan-Bissaka is an awful cross. Even I watched about an hour of the game on Saturday. He's awful on the ball, Wan-Bissaka. He just has like such a sloppy touch or something. His passing, he looks so laid back. But I honestly think his technicality or whatever you want to say, he has a really, really heavy touch. It's like the Timberland boots touch, like people used to say to me.
How was my man? How was he a winger?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense.
I've seen clips. He was a decent winger.
Yeah,
like he actually looked okay. I don't know if he just lost all of his ball skills, but
I genuinely think it's he was a class athlete as a young lad. You know what I mean? He was much. You know, when you're a better like underage, even for football, when there's a lad that like his ball skills are average, but he's so much faster and stronger than everyone. You could be better.
Just so physical, yeah.
You just can't. You literally can't do anything about it, sort of thing. I don't know. I think that must have been a Wan-Bissaka, and then they just threw him right back because he was a beast.
1-1 Everton, by the way. Michael Keane just equalised there.
Michael Keane, former little Burnley player, but yeah, under 2.5's looking sweaty now, as we said, just as we call it.
You said the 1.5, but
to be fair, no surprise. It's two centre backs, two little centre backs getting the goals. Burnley, Everton, like nothing else would shock me, to be honest.
just back onto that though, there's one issue I find with this comment.
Yeah.
And it is the last 5 words.
Yeah.
Ole's got to figure it out.
It's just not happening.
There's just the one word that's off there is Ole. Let's be real.
Yeah.
This United squad, how can this United squad not be up there as maybe second favourites for the league? They've got possibly one of the best players in the world right now. He still is. He's proven that.
Yeah. I'm saying this now. They've got the best midfielder in the world as well. Yeah. Currently, at least. Another 2 assists for Pogs. Pogs is playing out of position there in CDM. That's his. He'll get away with it. He'll get away with it against the likes of Newcastle because they're going to dominate the ball, or whatever. He's not going to have much defense work to do, but it's not his best position. I just think the
only way Pogba. Sorry to cut you off, but the only way Pogba can play that 6, right, is if they have a different midfielder than Bruno Fernandes in, and he plays like a Trequista or not a Regista type thing. Like
you love
Pirlo
that word,
did
don't
at
you?
Juve.
It is a sick word.
I know, because it's
one
of
my.
Word.
Yeah, it's a cool word.
Like say like Jorginho. Jorginho's not a CDM, right? Jorginho plays a 6, but he's not a CDM. He plays that quarterback, Regista, whatever.
But he's not a cam either.
No, because you need 2 hard-working midfielders beside you. And Bruno Fernandes, as much as you say, he's not a hard-working midfielder.
He plays like a striker, basically. He basically just plays a striker. He's a goal scorer. He
plays just off the 9. Matic, but even if you have Matic and, like McTominay or Fred or something, that might be able to work with Pogba. But let's be real, Ole's not going to drop Bruno. So Pogba's always going to have to somewhat play out of position because I don't really see him as a 10 either.
But he'd be He'd be a well better 10 than a CDM though. He'd still be a sick 10. You know what I mean? He would be.
Yeah.
I honestly think I know what you're saying.
He's just playing off chem. He's playing that FIFA off chem. He's on 7 chemistry.
Good evening to you too, Big Saint. I think that's a St. Pat's Athletic fan, so respect to you. But no, if Pogba was like a few inches short, you'd say he's a 10. It's just because you don't really see a 10 that tall. He's
just so physical.
You just don't see it. But he's got 7 assists already in 4 games. I mean,
is he going to do the Mesut Ozil?
I think
just goes on a drought.
Do you think he can? What's Henry's assist record? 20?
No,
I think it's about
19
20.
or something like that.
I'm going to look that up.
It is about. I think it's maybe it's.
I'm going to look that up anyway. Now. Let us know in the chat if you know, but I know it's something around 20. Henry assist record, because I'm just going to ask you, can he go on? Yeah, 20 assists. 20. Him and De Bruyne are joint. Sorry, 20. Ozil 19.
Andros Townsend 2-1, under 2.5, looking dead right now.
Yeah, forget we said anything. But he's 13. He's 14 away from beating that assist record. After he's got 30. I know he might not stay fit or whatever, but he's got a good chance. Yeah. And I wouldn't really like to see. I'd like to see him break the assist record and Liverpool win the title. That's an absolute dream for me. I think I'm living in Wonderland there, but call it now. Does he break the assist record?
Ronaldo wins Golden Boot.
I don't really care about that,
but I'm looking at this team, right? Pogba, definitely he can break that assist record, but right, De Gea.
Okay, when he's on it, do you think he breaks the assist record? Just have to get that out there.
He's probably gone from it now, but Luke Shaw, probably the most.
De Gea's still a good keeper though.
Yeah,
was sick against Wolves a few weeks ago.
Luke Shaw, probably the most informed fullback in the world right now, right? Varane, a very solid centre half.
Yeah, Varane. I think say less about Varane because I don't think you really need to big him up that much.
Yeah, Maguire, also very, very solid at centre half. Wan-Bissaka, we'll allow that one.
Nah, we all know.
We'll say nothing on that one.
If we had that clip on Mont, we'd be playing it now, but we don't have the clip on the StreamYard. But you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, Pogs, obviously we've mentioned him, just a beast.
Best midfielder in the world.
3-1 now, Everton. Damari Gray,
Jeez, he's on fire.
Shout out him in the fantasy, but
Coleman,
then obviously.
Sorry, go on. Yeah, go on. I'll leave that comment. Talk.
No, I'm just saying, and then we've got Mason Greenwood. For me, probably the best youngster in the Prem.
But he's not world class. He's not world class yet, though. You know what my thing is?
No, but he will be.
Yeah, you know what my stance is on world class, though. Like, it's used
about 25 to 40 footballers in the world who are world class.
Because, like, if
everyone's world class, everyone's world class if they're professional, technically. But like, if we're breaking it, it's the world class of the world class portion. Jadon Sancho, if he finds form, is great. Like that.
What's your point?
Under any other manager,
he was good from what I've seen. Now United have to win the title. Neville's saying I think Carragher kind of caught Neville out there from what I watched. Neville was like, Ronaldo's the best player ever, and Carragher was like, so because Neville has previously said, like, Carragher quoted on him. He said, United can challenge or win the title if they sign Kane, Sancho, and a top centre back. So they've done that, but except Kane, it's Ronaldo, the best player ever. I still think a 36-year-old Ronaldo is just as good as Kane. Different sort of player, but they'll score a similar amount of goals. Yet Neville still says, "Oh, I don't think we can challenge because Chelsea."
Because when it actually comes to fruition, he shits himself and he doesn't want to get caught saying anything like that
about his best buddy and all, but about his best buddy that this guy here. Not Adam Larkin, ole. But no, United. From what I watched, United, they weren't that impressive. Like, as in how they played. But then when the individuals take over, like, they've just got so many sick footballers, like absolute top. As I said, it's a Galactico. Pogba, Ronaldo, Varane, Sancho to an extent because he's young, up and coming. It is a Galactico thing. Even Cavani is kind of known as a top player. I know he's not really anymore, but he's still a good player.
Online tax is mad heavy. Like it mightn't look too bad now.
It's the heaviest tax in the world.
No, but right now is payday, and it's going to be payday until it's going to be payday until like maybe end of the season when it starts getting hectic, and then boom, it's like the end of the week and money's looking low, and the Ollie tax is really going to hit you then because you're going to have nothing left. And when you need that most, when you need them win most, the individual battles won't be good enough.
Yeah,
when you play your City, when you play your Chelsea,
even Liverpool,
when you play Champions League, when you get tough in Champions League, stuff like that, it's going to show then, but it'll be too late, and you'll all still be in Wonderland. Oh, we nearly won the league in fucking March, like. No,
it was the same last year. I think Christmas or whatever they were top. But look, I still give Man United a chance at the title purely because their players are absolute ballers, and I can't look past Ronaldo. Just on this one here, I'll touch on it quickly.
I know you're not new to the page, so let's think realistically right now. Do me and Dearman think this is going to happen?
No, but I just wanted the timing of this link is like straight after we sign Noah, and next thing. You see
and Harvey Elliott gets injured.
Yeah, you see a little. No, but this was linked straight after the window. This was like I seen this link a few weeks ago. It was like the only reason that happened is because we didn't sign anyone. Oh, next year we're going to do a massive rebuild where we invest loads.
Like they say, like we've said for what is this the second or third year saying this?
It's literally that GTA meme. Oh shit, here we go again. Like that. That's literally what it is. Look, I'll say less. Maybe they did. Maybe they did.
How many times Ronaldo announced? 4 or 5 times?
Yeah, Jesus Christ. But nah. To be fair, we'll finish up on the Ronaldo. Man United. Class is permanent, and Ronaldo is so inevitable. He's going to score so many goals. And because of him, he gives them a chance to the Champions League as well, I think. Because he loves it. He's you know what I mean? He's a clutch down or whatever. I think John from Real Ball Talk's going to hop in any minute. I just threw him the link. He's going to hop on for 20 minutes or so. So we'll start chatting Arsenal when he hops in for obvious reasons. But
for Ronaldo, there's only 2 people who can stop this guy on his golden boot run, and that is Big Rom Lukaku and and Mo Salah.
Danny Ings.
Come on.
But
no, but let's be real. Jesus Christ, Romelu.
You want to chat about Rick Rom? Yeah, the floor is yours because I know you've loved them. So I'm actually repping a little Inter jersey. I will link the page that gave it to me. Next time, it was. They gave a cheeky little plug, but they're going to set up their website first or whatever. So that's when I'm kind of going to plug them. But you'll see it. So check out the social for that. This jersey is top notch, class quality, little Inter thing. Even though I'm kind of a Juve fan, but Juve are struggling big time.
I'm loving that Inter jersey this year, and I would be wearing one if it weren't for my AC Milan.
What do you rate?
For me, I rate them mad. But
speaking of John, we'll still stick to Lukaku now. John's in the building. What's the story, lad? Back from a bit of balling.
Yeah, man. Sorry I'm late, guys. Yeah,
no bother at all, lad. No bother at all. Got that little trial from Arsenal, rumor has it,
Yeah, I'm too good for them.
Yeah, you probably are, to be honest. I think we all are.
Were you the best footballer when in 2002 or when Henry and all that?
Yeah, Jesus. That's the famous F2. What's his name? The F2 guy.
Jeremy Lynch.
Oh yeah.
I was actually the best. I was actually best with a ball at my feet in Arsenal at the time. Series included.
Yeah.
No. Anyway,
I'm somewhere, man.
You just came in right before I licked the whole of Romelu Lukaku.
Yeah, we were just chatting Ronaldo before that, John. Do you want to just touch briefly on Ronaldo? Because I know you're a big fan. I think you're a converted Man United fan now, but rumor has it.
Yeah, you could say I'm a converted United fan, but obviously I'm very, very happy about Ronaldo getting his 2 goals. I'm more happy with the second goal because obviously he showed us still a little bit of pace.
Yeah.
Which he's going to obviously need in the Premier League. And it wasn't a great finish in the sense that the keeper probably should have saved it. But, sometimes when you shoot it at the keeper's legs, it's a bit hard for them to react and naturally it can go through. So I was happy with that. And obviously it was great to see him back. Obviously I thought Pogba played a very good game in a deep line role.
Flying again. 7 assists. We're just saying... do you think he can break that Henry assist record? Like 14 more. I know it's a big ask, but 7 and 4 is a big start.
I think if he gets played more a bit further forward and sticks left, I think he can. But I'm not quite sure because sometimes with these, like I remember one season Ozil had 19 in January, 19, and then Fabregas had 18 the next year or something by January, and again he didn't break it. So sometimes it's just weird. Like you need people to score for you, but. Well, I will say this. I have heard a couple of people, and I get it because I'm one of them that said, like Pogba's first assist to Bruno was like a sideward pass that Bruno then licked it off. So the main credit should go to Bruno. And absolutely right. No, I've got no complaints about that. I just don't want to hear that from the same people that were lauding Bruno's slide tackle assist.
Yeah. The pure fantasy merchants.
This guy has 2 assists this season for making slide tackles. Mm-hmm. Picking that off. So if you're gonna chat shit about Pogba, I hope you will chat shit about Bruno last year.
Yeah.
Just keep it consistent.
What I would say though, with Ronaldo, the thing is Ozil didn't have Ronaldo up top. Like if Ronaldo's gonna be quite clinical, even Cavani and Greenwood, like if he's giving them chances, they're gonna score. So there's what I mean? He's giving it to top finishers. So
yeah,
we'll see. We'll see. I kind of hope he doesn't because that means Man United have a great chance at the title, but we shall see. But no, Pete, you were just
back, man.
Yeah, we were just saying that there, but it's heavy, but not at the minute. Pete, speaking of tax, I think the Tommy Tuchel tax is quite low. I think it's non-existent, Pete. Like what did you make of that Chelsea?
Yeah, they're getting the full wage back. Let's be real, and they splashed out, and they got their man. Cash. Look, anyone who's saying Lukaku is going to do poor or whatever, they only watched Lukaku in the Euros and when he was back at United. They didn't watch this guy in Italy because if you've seen him in Italy, you would have known this was going to happen. He's always had the physical presence. We've seen what he done last time he was in the Premier League, and this was maybe, if we look back to his Everton days, this was an immature, guy who hadn't really refined his game. He had no hold-up play really when he left. He was a straight, just on-the-turn type player. Now he's got the full package nearly, and people still were doubting him for a golden boot. Like, I know Chelsea fans were bigging him up or whatever, but I was hearing Arsenal, Liverpool guys.
I don't think that many people were doubting him, to be honest. I think most pundits that I heard were saying he's going to, most pundits that I heard were saying he's gonna fly it. Like literally everyone in Sky Studio before his debut, Keno, Souness, Neville, they're all like, yeah, guaranteed minimum 20 goals. Like this lad's the real deal.
But like, if you gave me the option between him and Harry Kane, I'm taking Rom.
Oh,
and I don't even care. I'm taking Rom.
Oh, I don't know about that now.
That's a big shout.
No English tax.
I'm not as mad at it as I would have been like 2 years ago.
It's not that bad a shout, but Kane's still like a level above Lukaku. If you get, it's like Kane's in the top 3. Kane's in like that Lewandowski kind of Haaland. I think Lukaku's just below that.
No,
just below that.
I think if Kane is any different nationality, he's not on that level.
I don't know, Kane,
and that's my honest opinion. I think, like, maybe yes, Harry Kane has better link-up play. Harry Kane might score a better, goal outside the box or whatever. But for me, like Lukaku, if Lukaku's one-on-one with a defender, or he's got a man to beat, I'd pick him every single time over Harry Kane.
Yeah, in that scenario, you pick him every time.
And I think for the Premier League, it really shown it in Serie A, because we know it's a bit of Bundesliga thing, very slow, and then bang, turns on. Like they were trying to play that counter-attacking football, which suited Rom down to the ground. But here at Chelsea, again, it's like that. All he has to do is take on a man and finish. And he does that every single time. That's what he excels at.
Yeah.
I don't know about that shout.
I agree with Ed on that one.
Yeah, I you know what it is with Lukaku? I think obviously I was one of the people that used to disrespect him 100%. I didn't appreciate that he was
Mr. Timberland.
I'm not gonna lie. I did used to laugh at some of the videos that were out there about him, but what I will say now is that he's got a different aura to him now. When I see him, it's almost like sometimes we go through life and we have to accept ourselves, like in terms of our flaws. And I think he's kind of come to the point where he's like, I know I'll never be the best at my hold-up play, but how I do hold it up, let me make sure I'm the best at that as I can be, and then let my physique, pace do the bits for me. And his finishing has improved immensely. If you remember when he was in England before, some of his finishing used to be a bit more scuffed, like the keeper would get a slight nick and it was still more clinical, pure. And that's why I predicted he would actually finish as top scorer. And I'm pretty confident about it, because I've heard something like he scored his last 19 penalties in a row.
Yeah.
So he's taking them off.
Well, that's a good stat, because like as we've seen these days, penalties aren't as easy to score as maybe they should be. Even looking through some of the comments here, everyone's kind of on team Lukaku there. For me, I still think Kane just has that bit more class about him. Look,
we all agree Lewandowski and Benzema top 2 though, right?
Yeah. See, where does Haaland fit in though? Is he just too young?
Nah, like I think them guys just have their mindset is on a different level than Haaland.
Well, like
in the way they see the game, and
I presume you're seeing Ronaldo as a striker as well, because he has been a striker for like the last.
True, and that's where it gets interesting, because if we're gonna have a real conversation,
I think this is a chat for another day.
Yeah, we're gonna have a real conversation now. Who is actually better now? Lewandowski, Ronaldo, Benzema. That's coming from me. I actually think that's actually a proper combo.
For me, we'll all just say one name, but for me right now, the best striker in the world, like right now, not like last fight. Right now, no, for me it's Lewandowski. But like,
he's playing as well.
He's just on top form. But I suppose you could say any name there, Pete. Who are you going to say? You'll probably say Suarez, Pete. I think Suarez is just too much past it.
Not right now. Not right now. He is past it, and I will admit that. As the biggest Suarez fan you'll probably meet, I'll admit he's gone past it now. But if I had to pick one right now, geez, you're pushing me.
Just say tomorrow, Pete, you got a Champions League final, you got one striker slot, you can only take one.
Definitely not Kane then, anyways, for the final thing.
True.
Yeah. It's going to be between Laua and
Darren McFan
for me right now on form and everything.
Darren McFan.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't even consider
Firmino.
Yeah, Ream Brewster got that Champions League medal, but I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Under 21 goal.
I just need to grab my laptop charger. Laptop's about to die there any second.
No
One
worries, no
sec.
worries.
But one thing I'll say on Lukaku before we move on, and I think you might agree with me, if I had to pick a player to go in that Tottenham team or to go in like a weakened side, I'm picking Kane all day because I think Kane's a better player. But
Yes.
like ability wise, I think Kane is better. But I think if Lukaku has help, I think he can use that to more of his advantage than Kane would. If you know what I mean. I think Kane needs to do a bit himself. Like he's that type of player. But Lukaku, like you said, he understands his role now and he doesn't try to do it himself. He appreciates the help. He uses that to his advantage. Whereas Kane, I think, would try to just do too much himself.
Yeah, I agree. I think Lukaku's very happy to kind of just let the team feed him and he finishes it off. He's happy to just do that. And I think one thing that people sleep about on Lukaku is that he's got like 63 or 4 goals for Belgium in like 100 games. Like that's an incredible ratio internationally. 60 to 100. Like if he stays fit, like he should pass 100 goals in my opinion, because he against small teams playing for someone like Belgium with De Bruyne, Hazard behind him, Lukaku will feast. As long as he's got pace and power, he will feast. And
Dermo, I was just saying here, sorry to cut you off, but on the Kane Lukaku, I know what you're saying, right? I'll say this: Kane is a better player all day, right? But Lukaku is a better player. Not better, he's more efficient and he'll get more stats when he has help. Because I think Kane tries to do too much himself. Like, say Lukaku, if Lukaku's in that Tottenham team, I don't give him over 20. No, I don't give Lukaku over 20 goals if he's in the Tottenham team.
Yeah.
But I'd say if Kane was in Chelsea's squad, I think, and Lukaku is this year, I think Lukaku would get more goals than Kane would.
I think Kane would get 30 goals.
No.
If he played. I think
he tries to do too much himself.
No, I think
he's starting to drop too deep for me now, Kane, though.
Yeah.
I think that's because he has to, though. I think if Kane went to Chelsea and Tuchel went...
if Lukaku had to do that, he wouldn't. That's what I'm trying to say. Lukaku knows what he can do, and he doesn't push his boundaries, and he does exactly what he does.
Kane can do it. The best. Kane can do it, though.
Just because you can, though, doesn't mean you should.
But he should with Spurs. I think he should with Spurs because they've no real creative spark there. I don't care. Dele Alli is...
Yeah. But don't you think, Demo, Lukaku's pace actually suits Chelsea better than Kane?
Yeah. I know what you're saying, but I still think Chelsea still have plenty of pace because even if Kane went there, who'd be on the left? Werner, Pulisic, or maybe it'd be Werner, Pulisic, or someone like that, or maybe Hudson-Odoi, Ziyech. Man, like they've got so much energy. Reece James, right wing back. I think Kane would score like 30 goals with Chelsea if he stayed relatively fit. But
I see Ed's comment here as well, like about if Kane adapted. But I think that is a big if. I don't think Kane's that type of player to just adapt to that game.
I think he could. He's adapted his game to drop deep. He didn't really used to do that as much. I know Spurs fans will say he did it a bit and all, but he can still play out and out striker at a top level.
But sometimes the best finisher and the best player on the ball isn't actually the best fit. And we've seen in football now how it's all about systems and fitting the system. And Lukaku fits the system because he knows what he does. I don't think Kane knows himself what he's best at.
Yeah, and the only thing I'm thinking of is when Kane started to drop deep, with Mourinho, right? Have we ever seen a striker under Mourinho ever drop that deep?
No,
I don't think we have.
No,
I think even John that.
But when have you ever seen a Mourinho team like Spurs? Was probably at the time Spurs were probably the worst team he managed, like one of the worst. When he was with Chelsea, Drogba didn't need to drop deep because there was Joe Cole, there was Lampard, there was even that Man United team. You might not say it's great, but it was still a lot better than that Chelsea team or that Spurs team. Sorry, I don't care what you say. It was still a decent team.
Definitely.
But for Kane, do you think Kane played well this summer for England and what he should. I thought he was trying to do too much again, and he was dropping back. But that's not what Southgate wanted, and you can't say there's not really any creative presence there because there is.
Let's be honest.
So what's your excuse for that one?
Yeah, Southgate just saw.
Southgate was probably too afraid to tell him not to, like he's captain and all. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
No, I'm not messing with that. I actually say that's what it is, to be honest. But
no,
yeah, look, I get your point.
Lukaku and Kane for striker. As striker in a good team, I'm picking Lukaku. In a shit team, I'm picking Kane.
Let me ask you guys a question. Who's the best player in the Premier League?
All right, this is going to be biased, but in my opinion, like, are you on form or just best player like last few years?
I'm talking about best player, like, because obviously Ronaldo's come back, so naturally the mind says Ronaldo's the best player in the Prem. But I'm just curious.
For what, this might be biased. I think it's Van Dijk.
I'm not angry with that.
I think it's Van Dijk, but like, if someone said
Van Dijk's too good, man.
If someone said Ronaldo or Kane, yeah, I'm saying Van Dijk.
So what are we saying? Kane definitely better than KDB.
Kane better than KDB. Oh,
no. I'm going to throw this out there, and I'm not doing it to get.
That's a tough one.
I'm just going to say. I'm just going to say, yeah. Man City have won 3 Premier Leagues, right? In the last 5 years, or 3 of the last 4.
Yeah.
2 of them, KDB missed 75% of one of the seasons, and last season he missed 40% of the season, right? Now, all I'm saying is that either shows just how good Man City are, or that shows that, because I feel like KDB, his PR has got to such a point where he missed 40% of last season. And he
got player of the season. He wasn't even
player of the season,
and he wasn't even in City's top 3. He wouldn't even have been in my City top 3 like players.
Exactly. Good.
KDB.
I would have had Diaz, Gundogan, and who am I missing?
Even for Belgium.
I'd even like KDB. I think I've always said it. Like KDB's an absolute baller. Don't get me wrong, but I think that City play better without him. Because remember when he was out and Gundogan kind of, it's because I think when KDB plays, they kind of think more, we have to give it to De Bruyne. Not the whole time, but you know what I mean? There's a bit more of that in your head or whatever. Well, that's what it looks like anyways.
Yeah, because KDB is less of he can do it, but he's less of a pass and move type of player.
Yeah.
He's more of like a pass, but then if he gets it back, he's probably thinking, all right, where's the killer ball?
Yeah.
With Man City, when you got the Gundogan's, Bernardo's, they like to just play it, keep it, recycle it, and sometimes it looks better. So that's the only thing I'm thinking. Like, KDB's
I think
a bit mad, in my opinion. Like, he's a baller, don't get me wrong, but I'm hearing people saying, like, he's already better than David Silva. He's already better than Yaya.
But you know what's like? Do you know what's something? Yeah. Something that's changed, though, I think, in the last couple of years in football between what is the best player now, because before the best player, and you're looking at the Premier League, you're going to pick, De Bruyne's, Pogba, stuff like that. People who are great on the ball now, but people don't really care as much anymore about that as long as you get stats.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're scoring goals and you're scoring assists, how can somebody really say he's not the best player?
Yeah,
someone gets the golden boot. How can you say he's not the best goal scorer? And obviously you can say, this guy's a better fit. Like, but people just don't care anymore because people just want quick fixes. People want what's in front of them right now, what everyone can read. Everyone can read X player scored more than Y player.
Who's your top dog in the Prem, Peter? I think you're shirking the question. John did ask. I said Virgil. Just say a name.
Top dog in the Prem.
In your opinion.
Fuck. I know, because I'm going to be really biased. I'm trying not to keep it biased. But
it's your opinion. It's your podcast. Say it.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Mo Salah.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I had a feeling you were leading.
You love Mo. King Mo, 100 club.
How could I not? 100 goals
already.
4 quickest ever. Like, he mightn't look that great. He mightn't do it every week, but that guy scores goals.
He nearly does do it every week, to be fair to him.
Goal scoring wise, he does almost do it every week, to be fair.
And one thing that's not said about Salah is you can say you can say like, oh, they're professionals. It should be like this anyways. But he's always in peak condition.
Job,
yeah.
He's in, but
That's
like
job.
we say, exactly. But De Bruyne doesn't look like he looks after himself. That like obviously he's obviously
He's
fit
like a
or whatever.
beetroot after 15 minutes.
But not even that. He always looks like he could have the odd time he'd have a bit of a derby on him. Yeah, I know that is vintage De Bruyne.
Yeah,
but like
he's got the stamina meter on his face.
Yeah, he literally does.
But KDB as well has a shocking injury record. I know some of them aren't his fault and stuff. But I still put that down to the players. I think because Salah looks after himself so much, he's able to play more games or whatever, and he still looks sharp.
That definitely plays a part.
But I think that is like say Ronaldo. That's a pure thing with Ronaldo. He's rarely injured. That's not a shock or whatever. But who are you saying, John? Got to be.
Yeah, you know what? I think you kind of got me with a Van Dijk one. If I think about it as a whole, Van Dijk's got a good shout, man. Van Dijk has a good shout. Like, if it's not Van Dijk, I mean, I don't know. Like,
Pogba's up there as well, I'd say.
Pogba is definitely up there. Obviously, because of the consistency stuff. It's not all his fault, but I got.
Yeah, no, it is partly his fault. We're big fans.
It's partly his fault. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying it's not fully his fault, but it's partly his fault. Yeah, I just think obviously you'd be inclined to be biased and say Ronaldo, but
I have no problem with that.
I just think
biased and say Xhaka.
Van Dijk is Yeah, I'm done.
Emile Smith Rowe. Croydon De Bruyne. The real De Bruyne. I know you're bringing up De Bruyne just to tell us who the real one was in the Prem.
No, look, it was Hector Bellerin, but he's obviously gone to bed.
Yeah, he's off now. He's off now to boss La Liga, isn't it? So yeah, good luck. Off some trees over there.
So you go. It's between Van Dijk or Ronaldo for you, is what it sounds like.
Yeah. And I know because we're doing a top 10 best players in the Prem on Wednesday. I know I'm going to get slaughtered for it when I say that on Wednesday. For some reason, Van Dijk doesn't get as much love from the rest of the RBT crew. But you know what? I wouldn't say we're that biased towards Liverpool. I know he said Salah, but like in general chat, I'd say I just think Van Dijk is just such a Rolls Royce. You even notice though, like since he's been back, he's been out for over a year, and he still looks like a top defender. He's obviously not at his peak, but his 80% is still better than I think nearly every centre back. You know what I'm saying? So that's just why. Will be the best.
Yeah, right now that's just why I rate him so much. But
I'm like his class, like
he's just so.
If he pulls off 2 or 3 more years of this level of consistency, then if people say he's the best centre back ever, he's got a good case. Like he's definitely up there.
If I don't think they would, but I know I'm going hypothetical. But if Netherlands maybe won a World Cup, like say won this World Cup, let's just say, and like if they're near winning, it's not that mad, but I don't think it, but you know what I'm saying. But it's not outrageous, Peter. It could happen. They're probably probably is a better. I
think they're in a worse situation than people realize.
But I'm just saying if they did win a World Cup, he would obviously be a big part of that. Then we could start. We could start having that chat.
Let's be real. If Van Dijk won the Ballon d'Or that he deserved to win, it would be a bigger shout because he deserved that Ballon d'Or, and so did Mo Salah. Mo Salah deserved his, but
no, Mo Salah didn't deserve a Ballon d'Or. Van Dijk did. Mo Salah didn't. I'm saying that now.
You did, Mo. Thank you.
No, Van Dijk did. They both did.
Van Dijk did.
Van Dijk did. Mo Salah didn't.
Mo Salah just if he won the Champions League,
there's a vendetta against Liverpool players. Luis Suarez deserved one as well, but
no, Pete, just calm down. Like I love Salah. Actually, we'll go on to it. We played Leeds yesterday. I don't know if you've seen the Leeds game, John.
Yeah.
I only seen the extended highlights. I had my own game myself. Of course, it was at the same time or whatever. But I suppose we'll chat on. I think this is a bit outrageous. That is too outrageous. I won't stand for that. But
okay, but Van Dijk, that was a clear robbery that year. That was a clear robbery that year.
It was like the Nedved Henry robbery. Like it was similar. Like
Yeah,
Henry,
you couldn't even comprehend it. No, like it was just a given that he was going to win the Ballon d'Or, and then when he didn't, I was like, wait, what?
I knew it wasn't given. I knew they were.
No, but like in my head, like I was just like, yeah, Van Dijk.
Yeah,
wait,
you
what?
think?
No, it wasn't in my head because it was messy. But are you seeing the game, John? Like that Harvey Elliott injury is just one thing I would say. I don't think it was that bad a tackle from Schrook or whatever. I don't know how to pronounce.
Henry is a bum.
Yeah, we'll ignore that. We'll ignore that.
It's not a big Henry fight. Yeah.
Get that coming off my laptop, but yeah, I'm not speaking on that. I'm just not talking about that again.
I prefer not to speak.
Yeah, just a horrific injury.
To say.
And it's just a bad one, John, because like Elliott's done so well as a 18-year-old. I honestly I usually
do we have to get into this.
No, we will get into it. We will get into it. I don't like getting too hyped about young lads, but I really am I was really liking what I see. I think this lad had low, and then
I big him up for a sec, but I hate to cut off again. But Ed, come on.
No.
There's levels.
Maybe give Elliott 2 years though. Give Elliott 2 or 3 years, and I think we can have that conversation.
I think he's saying that as a talent. I don't think he means right now.
Yeah.
The talent, Harvey Elliott is.
They're very hard to compare though, but
I think I'll say this, John. I don't know what you think about this. I think what Saka's 19 or 20 or whatever.
No, Harvey Elliott is better than him.
I think maybe, yeah. I think, but if I said this to most Arsenal fans, they'd be like, "What, Saka goes?" I think
Elliott put Harvey Elliott in Arsenal's position last year in Saka's position. I think he'd push it.
Don't make him captain.
Oh God, but no, I agree with this. I don't think it was an intent to hurt. I think it was just a bit reckless, and it was just the way he landed. It was just really unlucky, to be honest.
You guys remember that one with Son and Andre Gomez?
Yeah.
It was So
nasty.
but I would say I was very sad to see it.
Oh,
I rate Harvey Elliott. I like him a lot. I like his composure is very good for someone to slot in that seamlessly.
Yeah,
I can tell already Klopp was going to play him this whole season. Like he's broken into the team. He was establishing himself, and it was nice to see, because it was going to be Klopp's like miracle working again. There's no transfer funds. Let me bring in a kid. And then
Henry was licking his lips. He was licking his lips when he seen Elliott balling. Like, oh yes, Klopp's like, oh, we need a.
Yes,
what do you mean? What do you mean you need a midfielder? I just gave you Harvey Elliott back from loan.
Exactly. And but it was a great shame. But I hope he makes a full recovery. Hopefully, sometimes
I think 4 to 5 months.
When it's an ankle break, sometimes easier. The most important thing is that
then a knee.
He doesn't.
I don't know if you've seen it on Twitter.
I'm calling this now, Dermo, right? Sorry, I hate, but you know what's going to happen, right? It's going to be end of January. Oh, fuck's sake, we haven't signed a midfielder again. We're in the mud. Next week, Harvey Elliott is returning. And then Henry's.
You don't need to say.
I gave you Elliott back from physio. Yes.
You don't need to say it to me. I think our owners are just as bad as the Kroenkes. Only difference is they hired a good manager. So I suppose that's why you might say ours are better. Honestly, ours are right up there with absolute foolishness, because the saddest thing is the Ox or Keita is going to be slotting in.
Oh my God.
Don't say his name. Don't say Naby.
But you know what? One thing I was happy with yesterday was the fact that it's such a high tempo game, energy. The class of Thiago in the middle.
Oh yeah,
his foot on the ball.
The floor is yours, John.
Like the way he was holding the ball and getting pressed, and like you could see when he had the ball and was getting pressed, he was like, "You idiots! You're not going to get anywhere near this ball." And it's just Thiago's an absolute special player. Like like he's what a midfielder should be in terms of on the ball. He is absolutely brilliant. And
Regista Peter, your favorite word.
I wouldn't really call him one of them, but
I just wanted to say
my problem with Thiago is we can't rely on him because he's done all that. He's done his career of doing that is done.
I think we can rely on him. I think he's
but for what, a season?
Yeah. alongside Fabinho, arguably top 3 CDM in the world. Why not?
Yeah, but look at this. But everyone's saying this, and we do all this, and we have Salah, we have Mane, and yeah, I know we're talking about this season right now, but we are fucked. We are fucked. Give us 2-3 years, and we are fucked.
Yeah, but I'm just talking about this season, Peter. I know I agree with you and all that in terms of the long term.
I just this year, got it in my head, and I'm just
this year.
For blood.
As I was saying earlier, I'm going to keep on saying it. We won't win the league because of our squad depth, not our first 11. I think we've the best first 11. People will say in the top 2, you can argue City, but I think we're right up there. Even
best name a flaw on that starting 11.
Yeah, it's class. But even people who say our midfield, though, we've 2 world-class players in our midfield in Thiago and Fabinho. I don't care. They're both world-class in my eyes.
Yeah.
Without Thiago last year, we wouldn't have got top 4. I don't know if you've seen. I don't know. I don't think. I know you don't really rate him as a pundit. Well, maybe you do, Peter. Jamie Redknapp. But did you see his clip on Thiago?
No, I rate Redknapp.
Spitting absolute facts.
That was brilliant.
Facts. Yeah. He's actually not a bad pundit. I think he gets a bad rap.
No, he gets disrespected because the likes of Roy Keane cutting across him and talking absolute shite on top of him.
He actually has good football knowledge, in my opinion.
Jamie Redknapp has actually.
He's one of the best English pundits.
He's actually improved as a pundit, and it makes sense because you look back at him as a player. And he was a bit more technical.
He was a clever player. Like he was a decent player from what I seen because I didn't see loads.
He understands the importance of that.
Yeah,
so,
but he kind of called out a load of Liverpool fans who said, "Oh, Thiago, the league is too fast for him." Whenever Liverpool were struggling, it was always Thiago's fault. Maybe it's just the whole team was playing badly. Like
I think you have to understand the game. I think you have to understand the game to appreciate a player like Thiago.
Yeah.
From the highlights, he looked class, but was he man of the match? I didn't see the full 90. So from what I've heard of, he was man of the match.
I thought he was very good. He had a good case for man of the match. I thought as well.
Step over Merchant.
I thought as well that Fabinho was outstanding.
He's such a baller.
I was going to say that.
Right now, he is purring. Fabinho is the best DM in the world. He is superb. And that's why you look at Liverpool, you say Alisson, top 2 keeper in the world. Van Dijk, best centre-back in the world. Matip, ridiculously underrated.
Even Konate and he's unknown, but he's supposedly very good.
Yeah.
I haven't really seen a lot of them.
You got Trent, top 5 right back. Robertson, best left back in the world. Fabinho, best DM. Thiago, top 3, top 5 centre mids. Salah, top 3 wingers. Mane is a bit on drugs at the moment. I don't know what's going on with him, but I don't know what's going on with him because yesterday he literally.
Oh my God! I see the highlights. He should have had 5.
Yeah,
I know. Fair play to him. He got his goal, but even I was chatting to my friend Sean there on the way. He was like, "Oh man, he was quite good." Yes, I was like, "Yeah, he got his goal in the end." I was like, I can't. No, like they were such bad men. Even though there's one Salah put a lovely ball outside of his left, his touches were so bad. They were horrendous. He's so erratic or something, man. His touch was. And I'm a big Mane fan, but I don't know. It's not like he's lost his athleticism because he's still like flying. I still think he looks fast and strong, but I know his touch is never great, but it looks particularly bad. Like it looks really bad.
There's no confidence about him though. It's like I don't know. Something's missing, and it has been. I think it's a confidence thing.
You know, sometimes when you're at that level, when you lose a little bit of confidence, it never quite comes back the same.
No.
Yeah.
I remember it happened to Torres, and I was so confused.
Yeah. Torres. I think Torres just lost his pace, though. I don't think Mane's lost his touch up because you know how Torres.
I agree with you.
Yeah. I was delighted he got his goal because you could tell after he was absolutely buzzing. He finally got the goal. Like he still would have been feeling good about himself after getting that goal, but by God, them chances were horrendous. Like they were horrendous.
On it, like when Mo Salah and Mane went through that, horrible spell last season, it always looked like Salah carried himself differently from Mane. Even like it looks like he never lost his confidence. He was still always trying his shots. He was still always trying to take on his man. But Mane, before, if you look back 2-3 years ago, and he got the ball, and he was always taking on the man. He was always looking to move forward. But then after he had a couple of bad games, where he started to turn around and play it back to midfield, and he never kept taking him on, whereas Mo Salah would keep taking him on, and I'd curse him out of it. I'd be, fuck's sake, Salah, why are you taking him on? Pass it back. But it stands to him now, because now Mane still is a bit reluctant sometimes to take on his man, and yes, he still has that pace, but them 2 or 3 yards where he catches the defender off guard because he was just so aggressive is gone, I think, and I don't think he'll ever get that back.
Yeah, I think Salah's almost like, he's a bit like, I think there's an expression in basketball, shoot is shoot. And he's a bit like, Salah is just like, he'll do a shot, it could go over the stadium. It could go over the stadium.
It's just,
I'll take
it's just confidence. Like,
he has such belief in himself or something.
He's got to that point where he's never going to doubt himself.
Yeah, that's probably true. But just before we finish up, I think it'd be rude not to touch on the mighty Gooners. John, good win for you on the Saturday.
Real relegation 6 points.
I see Jeff was at the game from Real Ball Talk.
He let me down there, man. I saw that.
He let you down. Yeah, I was gonna ask. Did you? Obviously, you didn't go from that reaction. But
again.
Yeah, I don't blame you, to be honest. I didn't want. I only seen the highlights of the Arsenal game on Match Today or whatever. But
actually, how much, John? You might know. How much was it for tickets into Arsenal versus Norwich?
Ooh, I doubt they would have brought them down, but
£80 roughly.
£80, yeah, 89.
Oh my god! Because me and Pete are planning to go to City PSG in November. Ooh. And like, because one of my friends is a City fan, so he'll get a few tickets as a member or whatever, as a citizen, like as a membership or whatever. I think he said the tickets will be about £75.
Now, give me one.
he said, yeah, roughly that. So like, I personally, I'd pay £150 to watch Messi and Neymar in the flesh.
Yeah, exactly.
But so you're paying the same price to watch Aubameyang, Smith Rowe and Saka from, like, potentially, because they might not all play, Messi, Neymar, and Mbappe.
£90 though to see Maitland Niles instead of mid.
Oh my god, I can't get over that. And it looked like Arsenal packed the stadium out, but
Arteta ball, just a process.
But was it just a bad performance? Like, because I really think Norwich are awful. Like, if you didn't beat Norwich, I think you've got to be spanking Norwich. I think they're so easy to play against.
I'll be honest, Norwich are the worst team in the league.
Yeah.
And the fact that we struggled that much was just sometimes you can win, but you can come out feeling even worse.
Yeah.
It was one of them victories where I was like, it was just poor. Well, I'm just tired, to be honest. And
it felt like a loss. It was that bad.
It felt like a loss in a weird way. And it's just like, and not to call out my friends, but obviously you saw our goal, right? Yeah.
Good finish. Oh, like, it was a good poacher's goal, but like,
that's not the bad part. And I'm going back and forth with them about the goal, saying like, oh, what a horrible goal. And then they're like, okay, well, at least it was a horrible goal, but at least Pepe got an assist. I was like, Pepe got an assist?
Took like 2 deflections or whatever.
And they're talking about when he was on the floor after
it hit him or something, didn't it?
It hit him in his ass before going to Aubameyang. And I was like, so you're claiming that as an assist? And then they sent me a screenshot of livescore.com that said Pepe's assist. And I said, nah, man. This is why Arsenal deserve everything they get.
The system of assists, though, the last couple of years is a joke. Like, even on fantasy, like, people be like, oh, this guy's getting, like, what you get an assist for now is a joke. You're not assisting.
Yeah, personally, as if I was an Arsenal fan, like if this was like similar Liverpool situation, I would honestly want this. I know it sounds hard to say. I would nearly want to use, like, if I was an Arsenal fan, I would nearly want to lose on Saturday because it means Arteta would surely have to get sacked. Like, it's short-term pain for like some long-term gain, because in the long run, if you get a better manager in, you're going to get more points anyways. I know you can never say.
Agree.
It's hard to say you wanted to lose, but you know what I'm saying.
But Dermo, can you agree after that 1-0 win? Will they'll just have enough to stay up?
We done at home. but I still think Arsenal. I think they'll have enough to stay up. I still think they'll be strong enough to stay in the division.
I think they just have enough.
That is an iconic clip by Keno, to be fair.
It gets more relevant. It gets more relevant by the week.
And I'm not the biggest Keno fan, but that clip is iconic. I just love that clip.
It's the fact that he's got
with a straight face, and then he just has the little smile at the end. He's just
have enough to stay in the division. Yeah.
Because I don't know if you remember last year, he had a massive row with Tim Cahill, and Tim Cahill was bigging up Arteta. Remember, he used bet United in Old Trafford. Was it what? Do you remember that win? Anyways, Aubameyang Peno.
Yeah.
And Keane had a big argument with Cahill. Cahill was saying how good of a manager Arteta was. Obviously, he would have been good friends with him at Everton. Remember, Cahill was doing a bit of punditry with Sky, and Keane was not having any of it. And I'd say Keane was just licking his chops, waiting for a moment. And as soon as he got a chance, bang, he was in there.
Right.
Yeah, he was right.
And Keane isn't always right. We'll be the first ones to admit it. We're not big Keno fans in regards to his punditry and stuff, but when he gets stuff right, he is spot on. But other times he's dog's arse. But anyway,
yeah, this is true. Like Chris Wood is definitely licking his chops next week against Arsenal. Like he's just gonna back into it. Maybe they'll put Ashley Barnes or something. I don't know, but
the thing with Burnley is they play 2 up top.
Yeah,
even if
he's played 3, he has to be occupied.
So we're in trouble.
Yeah, we're going to wrap up now in a couple of minutes, but I didn't realize there was Champions League on this week, which is very juicy. I see Barca playing Bayern tomorrow. I think we play AC Milan, Peter. So I don't know who you're going to be supporting there. Yeah, maybe Peter will be going for a little draw there. Hopefully.
No.
Wednesday, Liverpool AC Milan. So it should be a good one.
San Siro?
No, Anfield.
Anfield, yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And
look, to be honest, the big guy was back with a goal yesterday, so it's looking
Zlatan.
Big Don back, so
yeah, he's good.
Yeah, look, Van Dijk's gonna pocket him, so it's all good. I know, Pete. I know you'll be cheering on for Zlatan or whatever, but you are.
No. Look, it's a Liverpool man all day. I hope he can win, but AC are actually going decent. A lot better than I expect them to go. And his squad of ours is just getting thinner and thinner by the day. So.
Yeah, that's the problem. I hope we bin the League Cup and the FA Cup because we can't. I'd like us to like go win a League Cup or an FA Cup, but we just can't with our squad compete on all fronts. Like it's just impossible.
It's just impossible. And I think, to be fair, your Champions League group is quite tough.
Yeah, Atletico as well.
Yeah, it's quite tough. So I think this first game is low-key a big one. I think
we have to win. Yeah, I think
we need 3 points.
I think we'll sneak it 2-1 just because Anfield will be full.
Oh, I'll be roaring.
First Champions League proper, fans back and I'm not. Yeah, it'll be fresh. But no, anything else you want to say, Peter, before we go? I just thought I'd mention the little Champions League games.
Yeah, no. Fuck FSG, man. We need some players. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Get someone on a free. I'm sure you can still get boys on a free during the winter.
No, I can't, but get someone in to fuck like.
Yeah. But no, that was a pleasure. I enjoyed the debate John just brought in out of nowhere, the little best player in the Prem or just out of nowhere, the Kane.
John always bringing that fire, boys. If you're not something real ball talk, get fucking on it, like.
And
simple.
If you think we're on that little debate thing, like Jaleel will just come out with these outrageous statements, just out of nowhere. Is he still Arteta in? He still seems Arteta in. Kind of. He's gradually getting off the fence.
He's still backing him. He's still saying that it's
Mikel.
It's as much down to the players. So he's right about that.
It's a good point. The players are a disgrace as well.
The players are a disgrace, and I just want to touch on that comment there from my guy Joysticks Girls.
Yeah.
Listen, I wasn't on the show today because I couldn't make it, but I told them to make sure to talk about Liverpool. But what I will say is, I've said nothing but good things about Liverpool.
You've heard it here, Joysticks. So you've heard it here. We did chat about it. We'll happily chat about Liverpool here.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said Van Dijk might be.
I wouldn't say happily.
I would after a 3-0 win.
We'll chat about them.
Yeah. We'll try not to get angry or whatever. But no, great show as always. We're back, kind of consistently getting there.
Yeah.
AC Milan Wednesday. I think we'll get W. I'm saying 2-1. Finish on that. I'm saying 2-1.
Yeah, we'll probably have a Spotify episode out on the.
We'll probably record it Thursday, to be honest.
Yeah, maybe Thursday. Yeah.
Champions League roundup will be our Spotify, so make sure to follow our Spotify as well. Well, if you use Apple Play, I don't really know anyone who uses Apple Play.
Apple Podcast, Google Podcast,
whatever you use it. But
so
big up. We appreciate that. But yeah, follow our Spotify, follow our pod, and we'll chat to you next time.